Hello and welcome to another episode of Screenwriting Uncut. I've got an exciting one for you today, I think. In this video, I want to talk about the art of the reveal. The reveal is one of those power screenwriting techniques, one of those screenwriting secrets that will enable you to take ordinary work and make it extraordinary. Take amateurish level work and make it almost professional. If not professional, then at least something enthralling and engaging that audiences will be excited to read, and your readers will keep asking you for more. A reveal is basically a moment in your story where something is revealed. Now, usually that thing is going to be some aspect of your character, or maybe their backstory, or something about the character relationships, or about the situation that they find themselves in, or a new character will be revealed to be something that we didn't anticipate before. Generally speaking, a reveal is something that's been there all along, but we're revealing it to be something other than what we thought it was. The classic examples are, and spoiler alerts here, the classic examples would be Empire Strikes Back. That classic line that has become almost iconic of a movie line. It is an iconic movie line. Luke, I am your father. The reason that is such an iconic movie line is because of the power of that reveal. Up until that point in the story, we had no idea of that character relationship. Luke Skywalker had no idea that Darth Vader was his father. So when we hear that line, by it being designed as a moment of reveal, it is this huge rush of insight and awareness and understanding, and we're thinking about the story, and we're thinking about the characters, and we're thinking about what it now all means. And it's very gratifying for an audience who's following along and keeping track and caring about these characters to suddenly have this rush of revelation and insight. And that is what makes that moment so powerful. And if you design a reveal powerful enough, it will become an iconic movie line, much like Luke, I am your father. Another iconic movie line, I see dead people. So, the other great example is from The Sixth Sense. Spoiler alert here. The little kid in the movie says, I see dead people. The reveal, halfway, 3/4 of the way through the film, Bruce Willis realizing that the kid's talking to him because he's a dead people. At that moment of revelation, we suddenly think back through the entire story. They do it literally in The Sixth Sense, but figuratively in any great reveal, we think back through the story. We think back through those moments and those events and the ideas that we've been presented with, and we realize that we experienced it one way the first time through, but now with this revelation, we experience it again in a whole new way, a whole new layer of meaning. It's very satisfying to an audience. So as you're designing your stories, I think you can do almost anything as a reveal. Something's going to be much more powerfully delivered as a reveal rather than just telling it or showing the information. So, for example, let's say you're introducing a doctor in your story. Your character's a doctor. How are you going to reveal? How are you going to show that character? Well, the classic, the telling version is I'm a doctor. The showing version is they're going to scrub up for the ER, and we're going to see that they're a great quality, creative thinking doctor. But a great reveal might be that we introduce the character going on a jog. Maybe the character's focused on something else. A cute girl that he sees along the way going on his jog, and comes across a car accident and starts treating the car, behaving very oddly at this car accident, a situation that would overwhelm most of us, people without a medical background. But this character has an odd response to this, and then we reveal that this is a doctor. Suddenly, the same basic information gives a huge rush of insight, of awareness, of experience for the audience. The reason a reveal is so powerful is because it enables us to have a moment of epiphany. An epiphany is one of those aha moments. Aha! Oh, I understand now. Wow, your brain, as you're experiencing anything in life, as you're watching a movie, as you're watching this video right now, parts of your brain are logical. They're trying to piece together the language of what's happening. They're trying to make sense of the meaning of the visuals that you're being given in a movie. Your brain is constantly trying to figure these things out. So as it figures these things out, if we've designed the story to have a reveal, to be this, to crescendo in this moment of epiphany, if you design it that way, the brain of the person watching is figuring out, and then seeing, wow, it all snaps together into this extraordinary insight that gives us a layer of wow, over this scene, over this moment. It becomes, on a certain level, transformative because it is the way we experience life. When you go through life, you don't know what's coming. You don't know what's around the corner. You're watching, observing, interacting. Your brain is piecing together the moments of life. This is why coincidence is such an amazing odd little thing, because pieces fit together and they seem to have some sort of meaning to them. Wow, it affects us. We notice that. We notice in life the moments of experience that truly affect us. As storytellers, we can design stories in such a way that we reveal information that creates an epiphany moment that gives the audience that moment of experience. It's so important that I actually like to, rather than think of ourselves as storytellers, I actually think it's important to think of ourselves as story revealers. You can reveal story on the micro level, the scene level, the dialogue level. You can reveal story on the act level or on the whole story level. You can reveal on an entire TV series level. You could have 8 or 9 episodes that lead up to this huge reveal that happens at the climax of the show. And it's incredibly empowering for the audience. The audience will be engaged and they'll feel like your story was designed for them. By designing reveals, by creating those experiences, you're literally taking the audience on that emotional roller coaster. You're literally taking them on a ride. Any storyteller that does this effectively is going to, readers will want to read more. People will love your script and will want to forward your script and share it with other people because it has this amazing revelation, this amazing insight. I think this is so important, in fact, that it's how I designed the screenwriting system, the fast screenplay system. Each step is an insight that leads to this epiphany, this revelation moment. And then as you immerse into that today, then the next day you get the next step. Then you have another piece of information that creates a new epiphany, a new insight, and you see how it snaps together. If you read a book on screenwriting, and here's all the information, you go look around the internet right now, there's thousands of things out there. There's a ton of stuff. There's a ton of ideas and techniques and and ways of doing it out there, but it's just stuff. It's just ideas. If instead you go through the experience, and every day of the experience you have a new insight, you have a new revelation. We design it in such a way that those reveals create the epiphany. By having the epiphany, you're literally having an experience. And here's the thing, and this is the takeaway. The experience we remember. We remember the experiences of our lives. If you create a movie that an audience experiences, you pull them in and they're with you, and then you reveal something and they go, wow, it's a part of their life now. It's a part of their emotional response to the world they live in. Anything that you can do, and it actually goes beyond just storytelling, beyond just educational system designing. It goes to anything in life. If you can design a reveal for your audience or for the other person, they're going to have that experience. It's visceral and it can potentially be transformative. So how do we do it? How do you design a reveal? Well, the basic response, I mean, we go into this in great detail in the system, but the basic gist of it is you start with the end in mind. You see the end before you begin. You design what you want that reveal to be. You figure out what that effect is and why you want that effect to happen. And then you set everything up so that you take the audience down a slightly different road so they think we're going in a different direction. And then you reveal the piece of information that pulls it all together, and we see that, oh, we were actually building to that reveal all along. So there's a lot of technique involved in getting there, but that's the gist of how it works. If you have any questions or you want to throw any comments to this video onto the YouTube page, I read it all and I respond regularly. Please, if you can, if you like this video, please like it and share it. Sharing it really helps us out a lot. But hopefully this has been helpful and informative and inspiring for you. I really believe that the reveal is one of those secrets that will transform your work as a writer. And I've designed everything around creating reveals, designing reveals that give you that epiphany moment, that give you that experience that quite literally can change your life. So hopefully this has been helpful. Let me know. And thanks for joining me on Screenwriting Uncut. We'll see you next time.